It's week 22 in the garden, and it's time for the weekly feeding of my corn. As most people know, corn is a heavy nitrogen feeder. I typically give it a high nitrogen water-soluble fertilizer, but this week I'm going to start amending the corn with some chicken manure. Chicken manure is high in nitrogen, but it also contains phosphorus and potassium. So it's an all-around fertilizer, but it's, as I said, high in nitrogen, and that's what the corn needs. The chicken manure that I'm going to use is aged chicken manure. It's almost a year old. So what I'm going to do is dig some furrows, put the manure in, cover it over, and then water it in. This is my little cornfield. I've had it under cover since the kernels were planted, basically to protect it from the birds from coming in and eating the kernels, and then any animals coming through and digging it up or eating the young plants like my groundhogs. But now I think they're at a stage where they can survive, so I think it's time to give them some fertilizer. I'm still going to cover it up until they start hitting the cover. I pulled it back just so I can get the fertilizer in. This half of the garden has been weeded. This side needs a little bit more done. So after I finish this side, I'll flip the cover back over and open up the other side, weed it, and then do the same thing here. So if you recall, when I planted the corn, I planted 4 seeds per square foot, but I should be able to go in between the first and second row, like right along here, and make a furrow there, then jump over 2 rows, do the same thing, and then continue across the yard. I don't want to disturb the roots, but I think I should go down deep enough. So if I get like go down a couple of inches here, I should be good. And then I'll jump over 2 rows and then go that way. Don't want to knock over my corn. So I'm going to go down the entire length of the bed, and then I'll bring in the chicken manure. And by going in between the rows like this, I'll be able to be getting the plants on either side of the furrows. So that's the game plan. So now I'll be bringing in the chicken manure. This is my aged chicken manure. It's got some bedding in there, which is chopped up hemp, but it's mostly poop. So this should be good. As I said, it's been in here 8-9 months. So I think this will be good as a high nitrogen fertilizer for the corn. So all I'm going to do is just take a trowel full of the fertilizer and throw it right into the trench, the furrow. And I'm going to go down the entire row and fill it in. This should be plenty for the plants on either side of the furrow. As I said, I clean out my chicken coop every other day, just of the poop. You get some of the bedding with it, but it's mostly the chicken manure. I put it all into these buckets. It actually has a couple of benefits. One, I don't have to clean out the entire coop quite so often, in that I'm constantly removing the manure. I do practice a deep litter method, so I only clean out the coops about once a year, and in particular this hemp kills any odors or anything like that, which is terrific. So it's much less maintenance, and by collecting the poop regularly, it keeps the coop clean. As you can see, we didn't have 100% germination, but we had pretty good germination. Chicken manure is one of those top manures that you can use in your garden. And I think my chickens, although they do eat grains, well, a feed, I'm not quite sure what it is, but I do give them a regular treat of cracked corn, but I also get bags of fresh vegetables, mostly greens, from a local grocer, green grocer, who does a large volume, but they're always throwing out a heck of a lot of stuff. I always go over Sunday mornings and I pick up one bag, and that usually lasts the chickens 5 days, sometimes a week, and that way they can remain healthy. So I finished the one side. I'm gonna go weed the other side, dig the furrows, and then put the manure into there as well. When I'm all done, I'll be back. So I have both sides of the bed done now with the fertilizing, with the chicken manure. And I actually covered up the manure a little bit with the dirt that had went out to either side of the furrow. It's not very deep at all, covers it a little bit. So now I'm gonna water it in. So all I'm doing is just taking my watering can and just running down the line like this. It's not much, just a little bit. So we'll see how this goes. I've never fertilized with chicken manure before, and we'll see if I just killed my corn plants. But if you want to see what we're doing in the garden last week, check out this video right here, and then subscribe and hit that notification bell. And that way you'll be able to follow along on the progress on all of our vegetables as we try to grow a supermarket in our own backyard. Okay, thanks for watching.